Welcome back, guys, to my YouTube channel. Uh, so today I'll be going through Monday, 25th of May. So I'll be taking you through the trades I took and why I took them, still using our previous strategy. The only strategy that I showed you, that is what I used in these trades. So this was my backtesting of the previous trades, and you can see, like, I just stay here and then I decide to go through past data so that I can see if the markets are changing, if my strategy is still working. And so far so good, the strategy is still on point. You can see all these trades are the one which I take using that strategy, the POI to POI strategy. Okay, so I hope even you that you will grasp one or two things and then refine them, and then according to your personality, you can now form your own strategy. Because I can give you this strategy the way it is, each and everything, but you will never make money. Like, you can trade the same way I trade, but you find that you are not making money. Why? Because Forex is also about personality. It exposes who you are. Maybe I can give you a strategy for scalping, yet you are not someone who can scalp. You are someone who can do maybe day trading or swing trading. So it depends on who you are. Okay. So on Monday, I took these two trades. Let me show you. I had screenshotted them, but this day I think I didn't screenshot well. Let me see. Yeah, you see, this was the Asian session trade. I got in at this 15-minute order block, and I was watching what do we call it? A podcast about a gold doctor by the name Benjamin FX, that is on Traders KE. I usually love listening to it because I get to know what other people know or how they think. Okay, because in this field you can't survive alone. You have to get to know also about other things. Then apart from that trade, I also had another trade. Let me look at it. Yeah. Show you. You can see this was the Asian session trade. Yeah, but it did not reach my TP. So I'll explain it to you why, and I'll explain if I got out of the trade on break even or at a loss or at a profit. Okay. And then at New York session, I got into another trade. You can see I got in that trade at this 15-minute order block, and I was targeting higher values, but also price didn't reach my TP, but I had taken some purchases, and I'll explain also to you why I did that. Okay, so let me first delete this, or so let us lock these ones, because those are where our entry points are, and then we can delete these other drawings. Okay, I think I had locked even, it's as if I had locked even these other ones. Okay, let me unlock them and delete them. Uh, yeah, let me first delete those ones. Yeah, I hope these other ones, yeah, we are good. So let us go to the weekly time frame and see what was happening there. Sorry for the delay. Today I have a problem with my internet. It's somehow stable. Okay. Yeah, this was our weekly time frame. Okay. So as you can see, price had pushed us lower down. And what had done that, this was a weekly order block. Daily fair value gap. Okay, that was there. And what did it also do? So once price tapped into this daily fair value gap, it went lower to sweep our daily liquidity. Okay, POI to POI. So after that, we already know that liquidity has been swept. So our bias for buying is already confirmed. Okay, so let us see what now happened at this Monday this year, because we are looking at the price action that happened on Monday. Okay, so we had seen a bullish candle, a doji candle, and then a bearish candle. So let us see what had printed on at the lower time frames. Sorry for the internet. Okay, so on the lower time frame, look at what had happened. We at this zone we had a break of structure, a change of character. Okay, and then what did that change of character do? It came and supported price because we had up for our fair value gap here. So we had to wait for a very clear indication from the 1 hour time frame so that we can now start selling, because we can't just start selling out of nowhere, yet we have printed a this massive bullish candle. So on the 1 hour time frame, remember, sorry, here we had already swept liquidity by the time our Asian session was starting. So this that 4-hour liquidity can take us to a 4-hour point of interest. Okay, and actually you can see where price now is. Okay, so let me mark this for this. It was a 4-hour order block to that 15-minute order block, and that is where our entry should have been. And then where was I targeting? I was targeting this 4-hour order block. Okay, so that was my entry. But then let me show you why I changed my bias after. So I let the trade run until New York session open. So New York session opens at 800, okay, to 1500. That is where we can take our trades using our strategy. Okay, up to there. So this trade ran up to that time, and you can see no stop loss had been hit. But then I came to look at it closely. So on the 4-hour, I came to see this. So price had come on the 4-hour time frame and tapped into this 4-hour fair value gap. 4-hour fair value gap. So we had to wait for clear indication at the 1 time frame, get a 1-hour engulfing candle, or two candles, two bearish candles, or 3 bearish candles, so that we can start selling. And as you can see, what happened? Let us see. Let us mark 2000 and see what was there. Okay, 2000 to 0000. So at 2000, price had come, swept this high, and you can see no candles broke above this high. And then we should now wait, because these were just bullish candles. We should now wait for a bearish candle to print out, and so that we can now see if we can now sell or we can wait. And you can see a bearish engulfing candle printed out at 2100. And then where did it go to tap? It tapped into a 1-hour fair value gap. Okay, so what does this mean? This means that we can now go to a 15-minute time frame and look for a 15-minute order block that can be able to reverse price, so that we can sell. Okay, so we went to the 15-minute time frame, okay, and see what had been happening in the 15-minute time frame. At 2000, price came to a 15-minute order block, had been rejected and it reversed back. And then what did it form at 21:00? It formed a 15-minute order block. And remember, our candle, we had waited for our 21:00 candle to print out. Okay, so where does our entry fall into? At which time? After 22:00, that is after the 21 candle closing. So that is where we came to look for our entry. This is let me mark 22:00. That is at 22:00, and you can see what was happening. Price tapped into the 15-minute order block, and this was our entry, a stop loss of 98 pips. Okay, and then we were targeting our 4-hour order block. Okay, so that was our entry, but then you can see that price didn't come to our entry. But now I will explain to you like what made me change my bias or what I did. So I let my trade run up to New York session. Okay, I didn't close in between here. I didn't interfere with it. I let it run. Then at New York session, that is where I came again to analyze so that I can know if is my trade running positively or should I do something about it. And what did I find? Okay, so let me show you. So on 4-hour time frame, I came to find out this. Price had come back, formed a bearish 4-hour candle, okay, and then the next candle came and tapped into this 4-hour fair value gap, okay, 4-hour fair value gap. So as I entered this trade, that is why you can see that my one of my TPs was at this zone, because if price got the momentum to break this high, then it will go up to this zone, maybe rejected there. Okay, so let us go to the 1 hour and see what had made us enter that trade. Then on the 1 hour time frame, what did I come to find out? I came to find out that at 5:00 we had formed a bullish engulfing candle. Okay, and then another thing, this week on this we had a 1 hour order block, 1 hour OB. Okay, so that meant and having a 1 hour order block also above us, we had the idea at the back of our minds that if we have a 15-minute order block at this zone, then that will be our entry. It is a must. It is there is an opportunity for price being rejected to our 15-minute order block, and then we go up. So what do? We go to the 15-minute time frame, because already we have been assured that we are now buying. We have been given that possibility, that confluence. Okay, so on the 15-minute order block, we came I came and looked for a 15-minute order block, and you can see it was here, and you can see it had been formed, and then there was a lot of magnitude to the upside. Okay, so this was my entry, this 15-minute order block, and then my stop loss. Someone can argue that the stop loss should be below your low. But then I came and put my stop loss here, and so it was 26 pips. That is a very, very tight stop loss for gold. And so for me, I never take stop losses below 40 pips. So that is why my stop loss was at this zone, yeah, 39 pips. And then my first target at our high, okay, that is, you can see, our high, that is a risk reward ratio of 1:6, yeah, risking 40 pips to get to 36 pips, and then my other TP at this zone. Okay, but then at this zone, okay, at this zone, price didn't come and break with magnitude, because I put my second target here because there was also a possibility of maybe price coming and breaking this zone with magnitude. but it did not. So that just gave me a clear indication that we are not continuing to buy. But at that time, it was at 1900. I wasn't yet awake, but my trade was at break even. So this second trade just got me out of break even, but I had already taken out my first profits. Okay, so that is how I got into this other trade that was opposite of this. That is why I changed my mind. But you can see I changed my mind with a reason. Okay, so I hope this will help you. And also something I can tell you is that you also have to build your system. It has taken me a lot of years. It has taken me a lot of time, a lot of watching videos, a lot of time in the charts to build this system. But now you have come in touch with this YouTube channel, and you have come to know that for you to be profitable in trading, you have to have a system, not just entering a trade and then starting using the hope strategy that I hope, I have faith, I wish it can get me into profits. No, have confluences. Why did I do that? Why, like, you can even tell someone that I've gotten into this trade because of this and this and this, not just being there for the sake of just uh, that button of buy and sell. So go into the charts, understand how price is moving. Don't just cram patterns. Understand why price is doing something and doing the other thing, and then go deeply into it and then form your system. Already I've shown you some secrets about gold. You can incorporate them into your system and then build your system. Okay, you can also take this, but remember, I can give you this system as an individual, but you'll never get profits out of here. Like, you'll never be successful with it. Why? Because trading also shows you who you are. It is a mirror of your personality. So I might be someone who is able to hold a trade for, let's say, 2 days, and then you take my system. But you can't be able to hold that trade. You got emotions. So you'll be finding out that the trade is just on a small loss and then you close it. But for me, I didn't close it. So I went out profitable, but you weren't profitable. Okay, so get into the charts, know who you are, know what works for you, pick some things, maybe the ones that are helping you here, and then incorporate them into your strategy, and then uh, have some data on where on your trades, know where you are losing streaks, know the number of trades you can lose, know your win rate, and so on. And I assure you, you will be profitable. Because actually, my joy is maybe someday you going out on a podcast and then saying that I was unprofitable until I met this YouTube channel that was young, it was still growing by the name of XAUUSD Addict, and then it nurtured me. It taught me some things that are now help me to become profitable. That will be my joy. Okay, let me not talk a lot. So let's go to New York Asian session on Tuesday. Actually, I didn't have any trade at this day. So let me show you why I didn't have any trade on this, not day, but that session. So as you can see, price had come to this 4-hour value gap, then went up to and took liquidity, that is a 4-hour liquidity. Okay, so because on even the 1-hour time frame, you can see nobody closed above this high. Okay, so that means this was just a liquidity take. Okay, so on the 4-hour time frame, if we have taken a liquidity take, where next do we target? We target either another liquidity zone, okay, or another point of interest. There was this zone, there was also this 4-hour value gap, maybe 50% of it, all this for our order block. So this would have been my targets: first target, second target, and that target. Okay, and you can see at 1900, because we now have a sell bias. So what should support that sell bias? At 1900, we had a bearish engulfing candle, a very, very good one, and it left out a bearish order block. Okay, so where should our target be? Where should our entry be? On the back of our minds, we know, we can see first that at this zone, price didn't just come and sweep liquidity. It came and this candle broke and closed below this low. So this isn't a liquidity take on the 1 hour. Okay, and there is no other 1 hour point of interest here to push price maybe to a premium POI. Okay, so maybe if we would have come, maybe if this candle would have come and printed out up to here, swept this low, this liquidity, then we would have the possibility, on the back of our minds, we will be telling ourselves that we should now go to a 15-minute time frame and look at if there had been formed a 15-minute order block at this zone, and then that now can be our entry. But at this scenario, price didn't come and sweep liquidity. It just broke the structure. It just had a change of character. So therefore, on the 15-minute time frame, our entry should have been on a 15-minute fair value gap, this one that had been formed here, okay, or even this one. These were left products, okay. But as you can see, no candle came to our point of interest, these 2 point of interest. This might be my first entry, and then if price pushed above, this would have been my second entry. But price just continued selling. It had a lot of momentum to the downside, so that is why we didn't have a trade at this Asian session. So that is all for today. I hope you have understood. I hope you have grasped something. So I would like you to share, like, and subscribe. That would be a token of gratitude for me. Thank you.